You are typing a document when the cursor suddenly freezes, applications crash without warning, and a simple mouse click takes several seconds to produce a response. These delays are often dismissed as aging hardware or random software glitches. However, consistent and severe performance drops serve as the primary indicators of a compromised system. To reclaim your machine, we will conduct a structured security audit. This includes a diagnostic sweep to identify active threats, an emergency recovery protocol for severe infections, and a habit lockdown to secure your data long-term. To perform this audit, you need the compromised computer, physical access to its connection ports, and an external offline backup drive. Identifying these symptoms early determines whether you can resolve the issue with a simple cleanup or face permanent data loss. Begin the audit by investigating the most common surface symptom, a sluggish system that reports zero available storage space. Open your system metrics. If you see your CPU and memory utilization sustained at 100% while an unnamed background process is active, you have identified an unauthorized program. This is the behavior of a worm. Unlike other malware, a worm is a self-contained entity that exploits system vulnerabilities to replicate. It consumes storage and memory without needing to attach to a host file. Alternatively, your hardware may be part of a botnet. In this scenario, a hacker uses your resources to turn your machine into a zombie, contributing to a unified network used for distributed attacks. A logic bomb can trigger a fork bomb mechanism. This code rapidly and endlessly duplicates itself, creating a chain reaction of new processes. This exponential duplication consumes all available processing cycles. The operating system eventually runs out of resources and suffers a total failure. When your diagnostic results confirm these specific anomalous processes are consuming your resources, the system lag represents the physical signature of unauthorized external code. Now that we have audited the internal software metrics, we must investigate the physical hardware perimeter. Physically trace your keyboard cable to the port on the back of the computer. Look for any unknown adapter plugged between the cable and port. This device is a hardware keylogger. It intercepts and records every password you type before the data even reaches the operating system. Stealth threats also manifest as deceptive adware. On the left is a browser pop-up warning of a virus. On the right, a legitimate OS alert. Never interact with unprompted browser-based scan alerts. These are hoaxes designed to trick you into manually installing malware. Stealth malware relies entirely on user panic and ignorance to bypass technical defenses. If your files are locked or a deep-level infection is confirmed, you must transition to the emergency protocol. Ransomware encrypts your personal data and demands untraceable payment, usually in cryptocurrency, to restore access. Disconnect from the internet immediately and do not pay the ransom. Payment offers no guarantee of data recovery and encourages further attacks. The most severe stealth threat is the rootkit. It embeds itself inside the operating system kernel, the very core of the software. Standard antivirus scans cannot detect a rootkit because the malware controls the information the operating system sees. System reconstitution is the only reliable way to remove a rootkit. Step 1 is a low-level format of every storage drive connected to the machine. Next, reinstall a clean operating system and download your applications only from verified official vendor sources. Finally, use your clean offline backup drive to restore your personal files to the new environment. Eradicating deeply embedded threats requires the total destruction of the infected environment rather than an attempt to clean it. Once the system is clean, you must focus on daily prevention and the decisions of the human operator. Attackers often use Trojan horses, disguising malicious payloads as desirable software, like free games or utilities. To stop these, follow a strict verification checklist. Refuse unknown USB drives, do not open unsolicited email attachments, and only use verified vendor sources. You can technically verify any file by checking its digital signature. This tab confirms the developer certificate, ensuring the file is authentic and unaltered. Software filters are designed to block incoming threats, but they cannot override an administrator's decision to execute a file. Once you manually grant permission, you have bypassed the technical barriers meant to protect the system. You now have the skills to diagnose surface symptoms, identify stealth hardware, and execute a full system reconstitution. By combining this investigation protocol with disciplined daily habits, you create a fortified environment for your data. Immediate action is required. Run a full scan with a trusted anti-malware tool and update your offline backup drive now. System security is a continuous practice of vigilance and verified trust.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन दबाएं ताकि आप कोई भी अपडेट मिस न